How's it going, guys? It's that guy Mike, obviously. Um, we're back again to continue on the hardcore attempt. That was weird how that skipped in like that. I did something in the last episode, not in the last episode, between the last episode and now. I decided to just jump on very briefly and do some stuff. I have cleared out. It's not a lot of stuff. Essentially, I've cleared out all these trees, as you can see. Completely removed them. I have started a farm because I've realised I want to kind of get cows and create a little bit of a farm going on. So this is like the last thing that I did was there was a bunch of sand here, so I kind of got rid of that, and I've started growing some wheat. Yeah, I've decided this is where I'm going to keep the cows. There was one large tree out of all these trees, the birch and the oak that were here. There was one large tree. I've decided I wanted to keep it because it's aesthetically pleasing. And then I've also done some work on the house. I got rid of that cobble on the exterior of the roof. I was not happy with it, and this is kind of where I've ended up. This is where I've ended up with the house. Yeah. On the exterior, I've used some different blocks. Yeah, I don't know whether it looks amazing, but I like it. I do like it. Kind of on the front and the back, equally the same because, yeah, having doors on both sides. Don't know why I've got doors on both sides, but I have. Left a few trees in. Couldn't be bothered to get rid of them. And then on the interior of the house, I've extended the storage out because that's going to be the storage area. A lot of these boxes are empty. The chests are empty, should I say. But yeah, I've tried to do some organising the best I can. Yeah. So I've done some organising there. I've got some crafting tables up there on trapdoors as like a shelf type deal. And then I've made myself like a little kitchen area. Look at this. So I've got a crafting table, I've got me furnaces, I've got some storage up top for ore, some materials, foods, uncooked foods, coal. I kind of like my little kitchen area, and then my stairs I've decided to plop here. So rather than using stairs, I've used slabs, just for that smoother transition. Yeah, and then upstairs I've got a bed. That's about the extent of my sort of decorating. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this space up here. I might slap the enchanting table up here, and I don't know what else I'm going to slap up there. But yeah, I built a house, so I have a house. So I decided to do all of this off camera, just because I had like pretty much a whole episode last time just recording me building the foundations of this house. So I thought I'd just finish it off camera. I couldn't be bothered to record. I only wanted to play for a little while. So yeah, so this is what I did essentially. So I thought I'd show that off for the little bits that we did. And now I'm at the stage kind of where I'm going to go out and get some more armor and do some other bits and bobs. I should probably figure out how to get into a chat. There we go. I want to write these coords down. So 12 minus 75. Yeah, there we go. 12 minus 75. Yeah, so they're home coordinates. So I should be able to just, that should stay on there, I'm hoping. Whether I save the game or not, I need to go I should probably take that bed with me. Yeah, if I'm leaving, I should take the bed with me. That would make sense. Right. Inventory sort of styles. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still on stone tools. I need iron. I need iron in my life. So I think the first port of call today, as much as I would like to sort out this can kind of grow in the background. There was a cave over here that I'm going to want to go and explore. So I'll go and explore that. And yeah, so yeah, here we go, exploring. Considering I spent all this time in this world just building a house pretty much on top of spawn, which, you know, I kept saying I was going to do in the other episodes, and then when I eventually did it, I died. So we'll get that out of the way and done, and now I can concentrate on maybe taking my time a little bit. And I'm going to go see if I can make myself a shield. A shield would be a really good idea. I can't remember whether I've got any iron bars, so I'm going to go back and check, because if I've got at least one, then I can make myself a shield, which will, you know, be a massive help. You're going to have to excuse kind of how I'm playing. Where did I'm keeping all my materials? What have I got in there? So these are what, mob drops. Oh, if I was going to store them anywhere, they'd be here, wouldn't they? Of course, which means I don't have any. I'm just going to have to double check anyway, because I know how I am with storage. I'm awful when it comes to storage and organisation. I'm going to try my best, but I can't make any promises. Yeah, so I haven't got any iron, so we're going to go farm some iron. Farm some iron, mine for some iron, and then we're going to craft some iron. And then that's Minecraft. Yeah. Oh wow, there's they've clearly been waiting down here for a long time. They've been waiting for me to come back. There's a bunch of mobs just started crawling toward me. Zombies, creepers, I'm pretty sure I even saw an archer. Where do you think you're going? Why would you even threaten that? Stop threatening that! Yeah! Okay. Well, that's how that happens. At least I don't need to worry about him. So, yeah. Oh, that's really loud. So, yeah, last week I didn't do a recording session, so there was no episode popped up last week. Which, you know, no one's going to really care about, really. I'm not a big YouTuber. People aren't going to care. I should have really put a shield out with me, or be better at Minecraft. I've been putting a bunch of that's a skeleton I can hear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, they've got the reach. Go away. I need a shield if I'm going to be taking on skeletons, ideally. I'm not that good at Minecraft. Come on, swim, man, swim. I've been putting a fair bit of time into, dare I let people know, I've decided to give Terraria a go. Terraria. However, oh, iron. Yeah, I've decided to finally give it a go. I played it a little bit on PlayStation a few years ago. I say a few years ago. It was more than a few years ago. Think about it, probably about a decade ago. That's a little bit more than a few years ago. I tried to play Terraria on my PlayStation Vita. At one point, it was free as one of the PlayStation Vita, PlayStation Plus games. So, yeah, I tried to give Terraria a go, and I wasn't a fan. I couldn't get on with how it adapted the kind of mouse and keyboard to controller. I didn't like playing it, and playing it on such a small screen as well. If any of you have played Terraria, it's a pretty small game. You can zoom in and out, but I couldn't figure out how to do that on controller. You know what? Let's go and have him. Yeah. I can't just stand around all recording session. Where did that iron go? There it is. Yeah, so going back to it, I played some Terraria, and I'm playing it on PC. Hello? Yeah, of course I went up at the wrong spot. So I played some Terraria, and with one of my mates, I'm having a bunch of fun. I didn't realise Terraria was so fun. I'm having a bunch of fun playing it. I'm playing it on PC, like I said, not playing it on PlayStation. It's an interesting game. It's a very, very interesting game. I genuinely didn't think I'd like it as much as I do, but I do. And yeah, that's what I've been doing to kind of pass my time. It's probably another reason why I haven't done any recording on here, because that's where a lot of my time has been taken up, playing that. You know, and as is with a lot of PC gaming, I decided to get some mods on the go, just kind of quality of life mods more so than anything, like not adding bosses in, and not yet anyway, not adding any more bosses or items or any of that fandangled stuff. It's more quality of life stuff. There's a crafting mod and a storage / crafting mod that's available. So I decided to get that. And that's about it, really. I'm just slowly working my way through. I've got through post hard mode. I'm now into hard mode. Defeat the Wall of Flesh. If anyone knows about the game, got past the Wall of Flesh, and yeah, I'm just having a bunch of fun, just casually playing it. I have got a second game save on there. I've downloaded a Pokemon mod for it. Pokemod, I think, is the mod name, and it just adds Pokemon into the game, and you can craft Pokeballs. Professor Oak comes as a wandering trader. It's a bunch of fun. It really, really is. I'm having such a laugh playing it. So hence why I'm kind of just spamming a bunch of torches down. It plays really different to Minecraft. So yeah, that's it. Get wrecked. So yeah, I think I'm so used to playing Terraria now, coming back to Minecraft, because a lot of people compare Terraria with Minecraft. Oh, Minecraft is 3D Terraria. Oh, Terraria is just 2D Minecraft. And I get the comparison. It's a somewhat sandbox crafting, blocky, crafty game. But they're completely different games. They are completely different games. I understand why people say Terraria is better than Minecraft. I understand why people say Minecraft is better than Terraria. I enjoy them both equally for different reasons. You know, they're both completely unique in their own way. I mean, the one thing I will say, which I'll probably get some hate for, is kind of the expansions that they do. Like Minecraft expansions have just become a bit bland. You know, it's like, oh, we're making this brand new update for Minecraft, and it's going to be really exciting for us. We're making leaves fall off of trees. Like, you know, oh, we're adding new mobs, and we're doing a mob vote. We've added a glowing squid. I mean, who voted for the glow squid? Seriously, I can't even remember the other things that were up to vote for while the glow squid was up for voting, and I didn't cast a vote. You know, it's not my sort of thing to kind of get involved in that and be online and be social. Says the guy who's making content for YouTube. So it's not my sort of thing to get into the social aspect of all of this. But I do remember seeing the mobs. I can't remember what they were. And all I remember thinking is anything else would have been better than a glowing squid. Like, since the glowing squid, you know, they've done the whole add in the glowing text for signs. That's about it. I mean, what else has come from the glow squid apart from glowing text? I don't think anything has. I mean, I might be mistaken. I may get someone comment to let me know, but I don't know. I don't know of anything else that's turned up apart from glowing ink. And who even really uses that? You know, they probably use them on servers quite a lot, I'd imagine. You know, just to kind of, you know, make sure signs are getting people's attention. But apart from that, who really uses glowing signs in like a single player world? I mean, I've never used them. I mean, like even hanging signs, which was in another one of their updates, I haven't really used anything like that. You know, whereas in Terraria, I keep seeing like, you know, they're adding new bosses and the bosses have new mechanics, and I get it's probably easier to program stuff in Terraria due to the type of game it is, being a bit more kind of pixel art, and you know, it's 2D, so there's a lot less. To be fair, I'm not a games developer. I probably shouldn't be commenting on all of this, but it seems like there'd be a lot less to deal with in the sense of game mechanics when things are only moving around in 2 dimensions as opposed to, you know, like Minecraft with 3 dimensions. But the bosses all kind of give you better loot, and you know, you get these more exciting ores and boss checklists, which to be fair I'm pretty sure is a mod that I've added. And I don't know, it just now that I've seen Terraria, played Terraria, it just seems like a lot of what happens on Minecraft is very lackluster. I don't know. That's just me waffling. That's just me waffling. It's me trying to say that I've tried Terraria now. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's what takes up most of my evenings when I'm not on my PlayStation. I'll pull my laptop out. I'll play some Terraria. My laptop's not much more good for anything other than games like Terraria, Command and Conquer. You know, the smaller, easier to run games. People have mentioned to me that I could use it to stream games using Nvidia GeForce or, you know, Xbox, whatever, Games Pass, or you know those sort of social apps where I don't need to use the processing power of the laptop itself. You know, even I thought that was a baby zombie I heard. No, zombie, no! Go away. I've got other means to play my PlayStation remote play, which I could do using my laptop, I suppose. You know, I could hook up a controller to my laptop, remote play my PlayStation. Why would I want to do that? My laptop, I will use primarily while I'm at home. So if I'm at home and I want to play my PlayStation, I'll just go sit in my living room like I am now and play my PlayStation. You know, the only other times I might want to play my PlayStation while I'm away from home, I've got the other setup that I was using to record my earlier videos. Where I've got my old mobile phone and I've got the Backbone One controller, and I can remote play using that. It works. It works a treat as long as I'm on Wi-Fi or mobile, tethered to a decent mobile hotspot. It works absolutely fine. There was that consideration at wow, there's a lot of iron in here. I'm liking this. There was a consideration at one point to get the PlayStation Portal, which again I opted against because of how well the phone and the Backbone combination works. I'm happy with it. It works. It does what I need to do. I can emulate on there. I can play Minecraft on there. I did try to play Minecraft from my PlayStation using remote play to my phone with the Backbone. The screen resolutions and the UI resolutions, obviously they're scaled to, on a PlayStation, they're scaled to kind of TV size. And a phone isn't a TV. So playing what I remember as Pocket Edition, which is still only Bedrock, you know, it fits better playing it directly on the phone rather than playing the remote play. So that's why originally that's how I started my videos, was using my Backbone on my phone. It was just easier. I could take it anywhere. I could record anywhere. If I wanted to go sit upstairs in bed, I could record in bed. If I wanted to sit in the living room, you know what I mean. I could take it wherever I wanted and record wherever I wanted. Obviously, we've stopped doing that. Recording on the phone and uploading straight from my phone, doing everything all on my phone was a bit of a strain on the phone, a strain on the phone's battery, which wasn't healthy for it in the long run. And just, you know, having to hold my phone in the Backbone controller, stare at that little screen for extended periods of time. Yeah, nah. It weren't working. It weren't working. So I've come over to PlayStation. It runs a lot smoother. You know, it's just a more enjoyable experience, in my opinion. Yeah, there's going to be some nasties down around there, ain't there? I do kind of want this redstone. Where's that spider? I don't know why I want this redstone, but I'm going to take it. I can't mine redstone with a stone pickaxe, you idiot, Mike. Ah, come on, any more iron before I go back to base and get this all smelted? Any more iron? Any old iron? Any old iron? This cave goes a lot deeper than I was expecting it to, considering I've just gone into a little crevice. Right. I think that'll be enough. How much raw? I've got plenty of raw iron. Let's go and get that all. How did I miss that? Let's go and get all that cooked up. And armor up, tool up, and up and away. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. There's more iron. I'm gonna go collect that iron, and I'll get back to base. I'll do the recording thing, and I'll carry on back when I'm at base. Put the blocks down, you fool. Yeah, I'll get this. I'll meet you back at base. Of course, yeah. So real quick, I remember where that iron went. I was like, oh, I'll go build a shield. I'm sure I've got iron. I'm sure I've got iron. The iron went into building this. I completely forgot the blast furnaces require iron to work. Completely forgot until I've literally just got back. I put the iron in and I was like, wait, how did I make that blast furnace with no iron? Yep, that's where the rest of my iron went. Was into making that blast furnace. Yeah. But you know, we've got plenty of raw iron now cooking up. Enough, hopefully, to, you know, kit myself out. So I'm gonna, yeah, go through all my storage. I'm gonna store up all the things I'm not gonna need. I'm pretty sure this was gonna be armor, tools, weapons, and armor. So that's the mob drop. Yeah, I'm gonna go through all this storage stuff and yeah, armor up. I like my house. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Don't do that. I forgot how fast the blast furnace is. Since we've got a bit of excess of iron, I am going to see if I can remember how to craft the anvil. I'm pretty sure I need 3 blocks of iron. Is that? Yes. And the old anvil. Glorious. Now, the anvil, where am I going to want the anvil? Well, I've got to think about this logically. Where am I going to want the anvil? So this is kind of where I've got the storage. I've got my crafting, crafting. I've got a crafting table there. I plan on having a few crafting tables just kind of lying around, just so they're all close by. But am I going to want my anvil kind of close to where the iron is here? Or would I be better off having it where I have my enchanting stuff, which will most definitely end up having to go upstairs due to the bookcases and all the other things that I'm going to have associated with enchanting. I'm going to need the space to have the enchanting table and the bookcases around it. I think it is literally just going to take up just this whole space here. So am I going to want my anvil up here with the grindstone for removing enchantments, and I think that is going to have to be the case. I think that's where I'm going to store it all. So I mean, look at that. So out of that run, I've managed to make a full set of. I mean, I didn't make another iron sword because this one's fine. Iron pick, shovel, axe. I even made an iron hoe. I've made some shears. I've made the the head and legs. I've made a shield. I've made an anvil and 39 ingots left over. I know I'm going to end up needing more than that over the course of the videos, but I think I'm happy with that for the time being. I am happy with that for the time being. So yeah, I think I'm not going to need the anvil now. I think that's one of the main things. I'm not going to need the anvil straight away. So I'm using this one. Yeah. Yeah, the smoker that's in there. I crafted another 2 furnaces. Oh, my controller's running low. Lovely. Crafted 2 more furnaces, one for a smoker, one for the blast furnace. So I made the smoker, and then I was like, oh, I need iron for the blast furnace. So I went and got what was left of my iron, went back into my crafting menu, and made another smoker. So yeah, that promptly went in there, and yeah, then I made my. I don't know why I've got a barrel for raw materials. Raw materials are going to get. No, they won't get smelted up straight away because if I get gold and copper and iron, obviously the iron's going to go in the blast furnace first. I suppose, yeah, everything else will go in there. Definitely want to be getting some gold for them golden apples. Yeah, what was I just saying? Yeah, plenty of iron down in that cave. I don't know whether I want to carry on going caving in that cave, although I am going to need lapis for enchanting, and I did see a little bit of lapis down there. I do want a dog at some point. Go on then. Eat. What a wasteless kill. You're supposed to be a hunter. You're supposed to be a hunter, and you hunted. You've killed your prey, and now you're just gonna leave. You're just gonna leave that here. What did you say to me? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, so we'll go and clean up his mess. We'll go and drop this in some storage. Mob drops. Yeah. Having that off-coloured wool. We'll go plop that in that one. Yeah, in the, in the fridge. Yeah, I would like a dog at some point, but I'd much rather wait until I can find the... Wait, that's a good point. Shall I keep a brush on me? So I can get the scoot, the scoot, whatever it's called. Wait, copper, feather, 2 copper feather, copper, stick feather. for the brush. I can't remember what it is. Where is the brush? There it is. Yeah, copper stick feather. And that'll make one. There we go. And then I've got a copper ingot in my ingot chest. It's lovely. Yeah, I'm going to smelt up at least half of that. Because we're going to need some copper for when I come across amethyst to make the looking glass. Make me the brush. Make me the brush. Made me a brush. And that brush, I'm pretty sure I can only use it to get 3. The scoot, whatever it's called, to get the dog armor. No, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm probably going to need more brushes. But for now, I've noticed that some of this has finished. So we're going to grab us that. Wonderful. I'm going to go make a barrel. And in that barrel, I'm going to store... Wait. Yep, I'll get there eventually. I'm going to store that, the seeds, and that's pretty much it. So remembering how to make a barrel, is it what? 6 of them, 2 of them? That's what I'm going with. Was I right? Haha, yes I was. Probably also going to need something that works as a... Yes, that was correct, sheep. A slab. Something that stays waterlogged, so the plants stay watered, but something that I can actually put the barrel on top of. Yes, sir. So if I put that in the top half of that, that means that's still waterlogged. And then, well, this was probably a bad idea. I knew it was, but that's why. Hose. Okay, so the hoe can always take up that first spot, and excess seeds will go in there when I have excess. And the question is, am I going to want to grow more crops? Because if I am going to want to grow more crops, I'm pretty sure growing them in rows, so like if I have like wheat, say for instance carrots, wheat, carrots, wheat, carrots, wheat, carrots, wheat, they're supposed to grow better, faster, stronger, something like that. Or I'm just going to fill the whole thing up with wheat. I don't know. But what I definitely do know is that I want to put some cows in here because I want to get some beef on the go. I mean, this guy's already put himself in there. Congratulations, sheep. Do I want to farm sheep? Am I going to need excess wool? Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, guys. You can do it. Yeah. Come all the way around here. And then goodbye. I probably will need sheep. I will need wool. If I ever get to the point of farming netherite. I'm going to want wool for beds. So I can make beds instead of TNT to blow up the nether. But I'm not going to need sheep at the moment. I can always get sheep later on. So, unfortunately, sheep is... Oh, I'm sorry. This will be your end. Still trying to get those... Yeah, those critical hits down. I'm sorry, cow. You're on your own for now. Until I can find you a partner. Let's go and find the cow a partner. Let's run around the island for a bit. See if we can get the cow to spawn. On another note, when I go exploring, which way am I going to explore? Because we've got the jungle biome over there. Got a mountain over there behind a birch. Got another birch biome over there. We've got the ocean. And then we've got kind of more of this, what I call it, the general biome, the old biome, the OG biome of oak and birch kind of spewing off in this direction. I don't know. I kind of feel like if I go out to ocean, it will give me a nice bearing, kind of working to and from. You know what I mean? So like, you know, if I go through the ocean and I come across like that biome over there, then it's like, oh, I want to go home. So I'll work my way back to the ocean and then row home. Because I mean, my sense of direction in this game is awful. Absolutely awful. I mean, it's just squares. It's everywhere, just squares. Yeah! Oh, I made it. Okay. So turtles can spawn here. That's good. I'm sure turtle eggs are used for something. Something mob farm, something force. That's good. That's good. But my main port of call at the moment is I want another cow. Moo! Moo, 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 moo. Isn't that the aliens from South Park? Moo, 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 or something like that. Anyway, I'm sure the aliens on South Park, that's how they speak. They speak in cow. Not the aliens from later episodes with what is it, Baby Fart McGee's axe. What is happening? Wait, this. I don't understand what is happening. Naturally spawning in here, that's fantastic. Okay, actually, since there's more than... Hey, no you don't, come here. No. Right, you and you do the thing. Yeah, you guys do the thing. Yeah, lovely. And then you're going to grow up, and then we're going to do... There's no way I'm going to be able to keep track of which one your mum and dad is. This is about to get very unethical very quickly. But it's alright. Lambs to the slaughter. Calf to the slaughter. Cows to the... They're going to give me leather and food. I'm sorry, vegans. They're going to give me leather and food. That's what's going to happen. The bed is too far away. It was right in front of me, Minecraft. Get a grip. Okay, another day, another day, another day. Ow! Fire hurts in hardcore. Cannot see beyond the firewall. Okay. So, them guys are breeding. We need to sort out my inventory. Yeah, for now we're just gonna plant Wheat, the whole thing is going to be wheat. Excess wheat can go in there. Let's go sort out my inventory and let's go for a little explore. We'll go back into that cave. No, we should get a lay of the land. We should get a lay of the land. I've spent my entire time kind of mooching around in base, building this base. What did I take out? The feather. The feather is what I took out of there. Food. I mean, it's silly of me to keep that in there when I could be cooking it and have cooked food. Yeah, something like that. Lay of the land. I'm going to kind of sweep this area, I think. We'll go see if there's anything interesting out here. There might not be. There might be. We'll go and check it out. I won't check it all out on camera, I don't think, but yeah, I'm going to go check it out and we'll do the whole recording thing. And I'll be back if I come across anything interesting or if I start rambling or anything like that, you know. So just because it comes back from a cut doesn't mean it's going to be interesting. It might just be me rambling. So ramble time. Ramble time. I have come from there, like just on the other side of them trees. I've not gone very far at all. Wandering around, minding my own business. Doodly doodly doo. Gets to here. I heard dungeon noises. Dungeon noises already from here. So I've dug in because this was covered. I've dug in, and this was the dungeon noises. So I've made a mental note. I'm ignoring dungeon noises. That's what I've come back to. That's what I've come back to say. Yeah. Back to what I was doing. So a few hundred blocks away, I've come across another cave entrance, which looks like it goes pretty deep. I don't know whether it's going to be connected to that other cave back toward base, which I'm pretty sure is in that direction. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in that direction. I'm not going to go explore it now. I just wanted to mention it. But so far, from what I've noticed of the area, it's kind of like another mini island off of my island. I literally just came from here, and this guy spawned. He was not here a second ago. That fire really hurts, man. Yeah, the water kind of re-loops round, comes round here. So I've explored all over there, kind of going in and out. I'm working my way over this way. There seems to be an open plains over there, which I might go check out in a bit. Yeah, I'm still circling around here. And yeah, came across that cave, so I thought, you know, it's a little bit interesting. It's not really, but, you know, it's something that I found. Keeps the recording going anyway. Yeah, I came up here and I was like, oh, let's check out the lay of the... There's a big hole. Yeah, so I'm going to continue on my journey. I'm going to go check out that kind of hill area there, and work my way back around to base. See what is happening. So I thought I'd just come back on a random. It's nothing massively important. Look how nice this area is. I was over there where that cave was, like quite a way over there. There's a way into that mountain just over there. But yeah, look. Oh, hello, sir. Look how nice this is with the naturally occurring waterfall. There's bees everywhere, which I'm going to want to take at some point, or at least harvest from. But yeah, there's a bunch of bees over here. There's this nice open area with this waterfall. if I'd spent a bit of time looking for somewhere to build a base, I obviously would have come across this. And granted, the terrain isn't, that flat. It's kind of got a few treacherous little holes in there, here, there, and here and there. But it's a nice area. More skeletons. Okay, it sounds like there's a bit of a cave system underneath me. Might only be a bit of a one. But yeah, man, look how nice this is. This would have been where I built the base. The house. I'm not relocating it. I really can't be bothered. But yeah, bro. This is actually really nice. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to carry on exploring. Just thought I'd come back and show you guys a bit of what I found. I'm going to attempt to try and cut my videos down a little bit more. I think making hour-long videos of me doing nothing, it's a bit excessive. It is a bit excessive. I did want to take people who are here along for the entire journey, but I think it is just a bit excessive. So yeah, I'm going to try and cut the video lengths down a little bit. I've already been recording for over an hour, and I'm hoping that a lot of that hour probably will be cut out. But we'll see, when it comes to content and what I think should be or shouldn't be in the video. All of those decisions get made in the editing phase. So yeah. Done a nice little explore. Oh, there's my house. Wow. So that field is not far from the house at all. That is wonderful. Pretty sure using an axe would be the best thing to get these. Can't be bothered to equip it. Gonna grab them. Don't know why I'm grabbing. And a lava pool close by as well. Fantastic. More cave noises. Yeah. Ignoring that. Right, so that's a bit of an interesting event. My house is just on the other side of these mountains, I believe. Hang on, let me look at the sun. Yeah, on the other side of these mountains, and I believe that there is either a tiny, look on the edge of my screen there, that's either a tiny little pale oak biome, or yeah, I think that is a pale oak biome. Which, I've done not massive a lot of exploring of the pale oak biome, but I mean, look at this. Look how cool this is. With all these holes in the ground here, the water, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking for a village. I've been stood up here for a bit, kind of scanning the horizon, using the edge of the screen to see if I can see a bit more detail in the horizon. And yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, that looks like a bit of a weird mountain there. Pale oak. I must remember that. Toward the sunrise, from base, pale oak biome. Yeah, just another random thing I've come across on my explorations. Oh, iron. Come across a creeper that tried to kill me. Just after I slept, it was there. It tried to blow me up. But that's fine. I dealt with that. Skeleton was also trying to kill me, so I dealt with that. Got a couple of few bones. So that was lovely. So I've now got some bones. If I find a dog, I could try and tame myself a dog, but I don't really want to at the moment. I suppose I could tame him and leave him at home until I find some scoot. I'm going to call it scoot from now on. But I've not seen the correct biome for scoot. Unless that's a savanna tree that I can see all the way over there. Yeah, right there, yeah. See on the edge of my screen there, just underneath my cords. They look like quite flat trees. That might be savanna-ish over there. I've done my little explore. I'm probably going to head homeward, go breed up them cows a bit more. I know this episode's going to be a little bit more boring compared to my other episodes because, you know, it's not the long form factor and so on and such forth. But I've been doing a fair bit of exploring. You know, I think I'm close to the 2-hour mark of recording. And I don't like sitting here recording for massive amount of time. It kind of drains the fun out of playing it. If I sit here playing it for hours and hours on end, I wouldn't come back to it. You know, so playing for kind of these small little sessions. I mean, you've seen how long I play for. Like in my original videos, when it would be a case of, you know, the video you saw is the video I made. You know, that was the entirety of it. You know, because there wasn't any cuts in my earlier videos. It was just, oh, you know, I'm going to go grab that sugar cane while I'm here. No, I picked some up earlier. 7 will do. It will grow and spread and mass produce. Yeah, the earlier videos, kind of, you know, hour and a half long videos. They were how long I record for. You know, I don't sit here playing for hours on end at any given time. I'll play for a few hours, and then I'll carry on with life. You know, because life keeps happening around us, whether we like it or not. It's taken me too many years to figure that out, but it is what it is. So like I said, hopefully with the magic of editing and so on and such forth, we won't have to sit through hours of me doing nothing much on Minecraft. It is, yeah, 1275. Yeah, I just need to keep going this way. Yeah, it's, yeah, I'm not going to waffle on too much about it. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to head back to base. I'm going to go and, yeah, I'll head back to base. I'll meet you there, I suppose. Yeah, so yeah, we're just going to put up a bunch of these materials, put stuff onto craft and other things. Sticks can go in there. Where I haven't got sticks from. Leaf litters, where I've been putting them in there. See, and that's the thing, right? So like, these leaf litters, right? So they've added these into the game. What am I going to do with these apart from store them or use them for decoration? Like, it's just one of those. I don't know. We've got some other things that we need to put up. That's what I get for holding blocks in my hand. Mob drops. Yes, sir. Pumpkins. Now what do I do with pumpkins? Where would I put pumpkins? They are just going to have to go in a random chest, aren't they? Because they're not mob drop. They're not a workstation. It's not a unique item. Chest under unique items, because it's kind of... It is a unique item in its way. Its own way. Because you can place them down as blocks, you can make pumpkin helmets out of them, jack-o'-lanterns, seeds. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you can do with them. Yeah, justified. The dirt in with the rest of the dirt that I have more dirt to dirt with. And And then real quick before it gets to night time, go and get all this planted up. Make this edge look nice and ugly. I probably will make a farm for this stuff at some point. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know. Yeah, so that's that whole area explored. There's that other cave. I still want to finish exploring this cave. There's the bees, which I want to go and harvest at some point, so I'm going to have to go make some campfires for them. These cows are probably ready to redo their thing, aren't they? Oh, look at that. I've got 2 wheat as well. Create me another baby. Yeah, so obviously I'll still kill cows out and about for leather and food, at least until this thing's thriving. And then I'll probably just solely rely on them boys out there. Oh, look at that. Look at that for food. Lovely. But yeah, I'm very happy with how my house came along. I'm very happy with that. Most decorative sort of house I've built ever in Minecraft. I'm still unsure about the birch and the oak together. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's no longer a house, it's now a home. Yeah, I don't really want to get into anything right now because I want to, I'm going to be calling it quits. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing over the past however long. Mining this down, finishing my house up, exploring all of that, finding a bunch of iron. And I think in the next episode there is going to be a big exploration, mainly of caves. Yeah, so it's only a short one today. Just kind of wanted to showcase my house and yeah, actually throw a video up because I've not thrown a video up for a while. So I am still playing. I'm still determined to beat the Ender Dragon. We're just going to do it a bit slower this time. Going to take our time and hopefully not die. I wouldn't mind fishing for a bit either, actually. That would be a probably a good thing to do because you can get a lot of random stuff from fishing, including some high-level enchanting books and some other bits and bobs. So yeah, I might look into that when I've got some more time. So yeah, we're gonna leave it there for this episode, and I'll be back in a future one. Bye.